And good morning. Welcome to Pappy's Cooking in Flatwoods. I'm a little horse from the Reds game, 11-6. 3 home runs by Diedrich. That's the important part. And Melissa is a fan. So, hey, what else? We could just talk baseball.
Let's just talk baseball.
Hey. Melissa deals with kinder music. She's a homeschooling mom. They're going to associate with Aspire and have more things coming on the horizon that I'm going to let her tell you about. Melissa is from Ashland now, went to high school at Boyd County, and we'll be back to talk about the whole shindig coming up here in just a couple minutes on the First and People's Bank Greenup Beacon Media Network.
At First and People's Bank and Trust, we're not only your home office, we're your hometown bank. We're your friends, your neighbors, even your relatives. When you enter our front door, you're going to be our #1 priority, because here at First and People's Bank, we're here to serve you. Tired of dealing with that corporate bank where you're just a number? Come see us at First and People's Bank and Trust, where we'll treat you just like a friend. Whether you're buying your first house, your second house, or financing a new car, come see us at First and People's Bank and Trust.
I'm Greg Stumbo. I'm running for Attorney General because I want to finish what I started. I sued Purdue Pharma and was the first in the nation to do so. The opioid crisis is real, and it's going to take real experience and real dedication to bring these corporate criminals to justice. We have 9 cases pending right now in Kentucky's courts. I want to make them accountable. I want to make them stand before Kentucky juries. I'm Greg Stumbo.
Hello everyone, my name is Christy Addington and I'm with eXp Realty. We are an international real estate company that uses innovative and progressive techniques to help our buyers and sellers meet their real estate needs. I service Eastern Kentucky, Northeastern Kentucky, parts of West Virginia, and have connections all over the world. Please contact me at 606-547-1166. If you have any questions, I would love to help you. I can also be reached at my website, which is christyaddington.exprealty.com. Have a blessed day.
KEDC provides support and adds value to our members' districts through a united spirit of cooperation and innovation. With 67 member school districts statewide and over 50 years of service, KEDC is Kentucky's oldest and largest educational cooperative. KEDC is always interested in our young people by providing educational support services for its school members. Types of services provided: technical wiring, full collective bidding services, special education support, professional development opportunities for all school employees, adult education services, leadership development, and more. KEDC, your trusted partner in education. KEDC, 904 Rose Road, Ashland, Kentucky.
At Carmen Funeral Home, for more than 100 years, the original mission of the firm hasn't changed. They've always intended to provide the best and most professional services, complemented by the finest products. Carmen Funeral Home, people serving people since 1913, from pre-need to final arrangements. Carmen Funeral Home. Well, welcome to the Cough Your Head Off show. Tried to sneak in a bite of something, because Melissa made me get up early today. And then I'm late anyway. Melissa, let's just start out from zero. You were born in Huntington, and now you can tell the rest.
Okay, I was born in Huntington. I moved to Boyd County and graduated from Boyd County in '99, and comped around a little bit and did an internship for a church in Florida, but then came back and graduated from Kentucky Christian University in 2007.
And your major there was music?
No, I actually double majored in biblical studies and counseling psychology. Worked as a social worker for a few years.
With the Commonwealth?
No, for NECO.
Oh, NECO.
And
Okay.
then I got into kinder music, and it just really took off in Huntington.
Okay. And then, you were married.
I am married.
And
We
you're-
have one little girl named Bailey. She's 8.
Bailey.
Bailey.
And, what does your husband do? I know you've told me, but,
He is one of the 13 counselors for Kentucky Higher Education, and he helps students fill out their student aid forms and get into college.
FAFSA
Mhm.
and talks to them and leads them to the right people.
That's right.
I think it's essential in the world now. You know, it used to be, well, I'm gonna, go to Kentucky Christian. So you call up, ask me what I need to do, or ask them, And I just got it bad today. And anyway, now it's pretty complex.
Yeah.
Plus you want to try to get as much money out of high school as you can, and, you know, so that you're not $180,000 in debt. And warning to Dad, don't sign parent loans. Warning from Dad, because they can break your back.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we're both going to be paying student loans until we're 80.
Well, you know, your grandchildren may strike it rich, or great-grandchildren, and they can help you out.
They could.
The truth is, you just have to, I don't know if you want to say lower yourself or not, but you just got to sign up for the programs, and if you can get it reduced, then you get it reduced. I don't see any shame in that, because you're still going to have to pay it back, but until you're 85.
Yeah.
Now, if you get it down under 20,000, and like I had a child that did and passed away, they just wipe it out. You just send them a death certificate and they'll. But now, more than that, they want the estate to, if there's any money, which there wasn't. But you know, they're tough, and they'll take your Social Security and everything else. Believe me. Don't sign parent loans. So after 2007, you got into kinder music in what year?
So I started kinder music in 2009.
And is that all what you have done? Have you worked other jobs at the same time?
No, when I took off in kinder music, I have just stayed the course in kinder music, and it's grown and grown. And I started in Huntington, and then within the first year, I got an award from Kinder Music International that we were one of the top programs. And they do that by numbers, by how many students you have.
Right.
And so
That's
it
good.
quickly grew to over 100 students.
Well, you have Huntington's a good market. If there's not 19 other people doing it, you can be successful.
Yeah.
And now, beginning here in June, is that what you told me?
Yes.
Make sure I remember, because I'm only a half a cup of coffee into the day. You're aligning with Aspire
I am.
and Miss Hartley. Of course, Daniil's on here. Will be again in a couple weeks, but Aspire, which had been located in the Methodist Church, is I guess she's the boss, isn't she? I mean,
She's the one
the
that
decider.
created. Yeah, she created the program. It's her baby, and
Well, we run their ads, and
Yeah.
Sadie plays the piano.
Yeah.
She's in her 3rd year, my little blondie, and of course she has perfect pitch. Mr. Stowers out here at Russell, who does the orchestra, so she plays the violin, the French horn, and the piano, and can sing. If you put a song on, she can match that tone within 3 notes. I mean, she's got what I wish. I mean, I was good at music. She's great, and you know, she stays with it. But you know, we're 11, almost 12, going on 37. This way yours gets a little older. But Sadie is, she likes theater and things of that nature too. But you are moving in the church, I believe. I talked to Daniil, and they're getting their facility together and trying to clean up over to Methodist Church and get out, so that, you know, she can get back in. It's taking a couple weeks, but
right. So we're really happy that First Baptist in Ashland has welcomed us with open arms and is going to be facilitating the Aspire program, and that way those children are not displaced. And Kinder Music is also happy to be a part of that. And we're especially excited because children in Kinder Music, we start with babies that are 4 and 5 months old, and people always say, well, what can they do? But they take those little rhythm sticks and
Yes.
they tap it, and they tap the drums.
I saw a show on 60 Minutes maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's unbelievable the rhythm
Yeah.
young people have.
Yeah.
And then some of them really weren't quite to it yet, but they would let them dance around and
Yeah.
get them to where they would go left foot, right foot, and things
And
of that nature.
as the children grow, they'll have, the Aspire program right there to go into private lessons.
Right.
Children graduate from Kinder Music when they're 7, and they know how to read music and play 3 instruments: the glockenspiel, the dulcimer, and then the recorder. And
That's wonderful.
It would be ideal to have Aspire and Kinder Music join together, which was our idea, and it's exciting. We're excited about it.
We have more with the one and only Melissa Brown, and some people named, what's your husband's name?
Brandon Brown.
Brandon Brown probably would not be totally sad if she was off and didn't talk all the time, but she will be back with us here, and we're going to talk about a couple abstract things about music. This is the First and People's Bank Greenup Beacon Media Network.
At First and People's Bank and Trust, we're not only your home office, we're your hometown bank. We're your friends, your neighbors, even your relatives. When you enter our front door, you're going to be our #1 priority, because here at First and People's Bank, we're here to serve you. Tired of dealing with that corporate bank where you're just a number? Come see us at First and People's Bank and Trust, where we'll treat you just like a friend. Whether you're buying your first house, your second house, or financing a new car, come see us at First and People's Bank and Trust.
Are you an adult looking for a new career? A high school senior ready for a new and exciting journey? No matter your education goals, we have a path to get you there. We have lots of programs to help you get a high-paying job quickly or work toward a bachelor's degree. Take advantage of the state's lowest tuition, outstanding training programs for jobs in your area, and online classes. Enroll now. Ashland Community and Technical College. Higher education begins here.
Pappy's Cookin' has breakfast all day, hand-patted burgers, and an all-you-can-eat soup and salad bar. Our friendly staff is here to make sure you have a great dining experience, because we want our patrons to be treated like family. Pappy's Cookin', 2135 Arcolite Road, Sweet L, Flatwoods. Call 606-836-3663. New name, new address. Sharp Accounting and Insurance, now at 1200 Diedrich Boulevard, Russell, Kentucky, in the former AAA building. Call Philip Sharp today for your auto, home, business insurance needs at 606-324-0696 or Sharp Accounting at 606-324-5655 for your IRS, taxes, accounting, and payroll services.
Everything about Stultz Pharmacy is special because everything they do is aimed at pleasing you, their customer. Low-priced prescription medications, their unsurpassed selection of over-the-counter medications, drop-off and pick-up, drive-through window, free blood pressure screenings, free delivery, large selection of greeting cards, collectibles, Yankee candles, and gift items for all occasions. Just a few of the things that Stultz Pharmacy offers their customers every day. Stultz Pharmacy with locations in Greenup, Flatwoods, and Wheelersburg. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Welcome to Bellefonte Animal Clinic. Dr. Amy Bess is a licensed veterinarian treating dogs, cats, and other small animals. Your pet's health and well-being are very important, and Dr. Bess and staff will take every step to give your pet the best possible care. Bellefonte Animal Clinic is a full-service animal clinic and will take routine wellness cases as well as medical, surgical, and dental issues. Dr. Amy Bess, Bellefonte Animal Clinic, 1500 Kenwood Drive, Russell. Call 606-836-9933.
Melissa Brown, our guest today on Special Edition. And Melissa is heavily involved in kinder music. Of course, you know more than that. I mean, what instruments do you play besides the three?
I play the dulcimer, but I'm also teaching myself ukulele right now.
Oh,
It's a fun
instrument.
instrument.
I have Aunt Susie that lives in Columbus. I don't know, she's probably 90 now. And she used to sing Wild Eyed Women, and, at Christmas.
Yeah.
But we had so much fun because, I'm from the dark ages, when every road wasn't 4-lane. But we would go there and you'd sit around in the family room in a big, her husband was a doctor, Uncle Phil, but he's passed. But so much fun you can have with music. It's like you watched in the movies from the 40s, it was a big deal for everybody standing around a piano and sing. You didn't have to have a band and all that business. So, okay. Melissa has exciting news about her kinder music program, and here she is.
Well, we are excited because we just got the highest award that Kinder Music International gives, which is called the Conductor Circle. Not only are we in the top 1% worldwide out of more than 5,000 educators, but we rank 22nd in the world. So that's exciting, and it's because of the growth of the program.
Sure.
We started out by saying that kinder music started in Huntington, but we are now in Grayson. We are now in Ashland at Aspire. But then I also have exciting news that kinder music is coming to Moorhead.
Right.
I also got a call from Jennifer at the YMCA, and they are wanting kinder music there for their preschool program.
Well, you can't ask for more than that now, not really.
Yeah.
And Nick Wheeler says, "Hey, kinder music buddy." Do you know Nick?
Let's see.
He is, he's the one that fixed my leg.
Okay.
Do you know him?
I
he
don't
has
know.
2 little girls. Don't ask me. And but anyway,
Yes.
these are notes.
Okay, yes, this is, I see now the little
Jelena?
picture. Yes, I had their children in kinder music when I first started, so that's been over 8 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I know that now that you're there, maybe they'll re-involve them in Aspire.
Yeah.
And you say 7 is when, I think the oldest one may be 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But so now you are. Let's talk about Moorhead a minute, because how do you start? What do you do?
Okay, so Angela McGuire lives in Moorhead.
Okay.
And she was bringing her little girl all the way here to my location in Russell, which that is another one of the locations I was wanting to talk about. I've taken over for Stella Shaddles. She recently retired, and I was happy to, as she says, carry the torch and continue
Now, where
promoting
was
kinder
she?
music. That's at the Nazarene Church in Russell.
First Nazarene Church, Plaza Nazarene Church.
Yes, Plaza down from Hobby Lobby. And,
Well, if you're coming from here, it's right after you pass Dr. Arnold's office, and
Yep.
yes.
So Angela was bringing her daughter all the way from Moorhead. So she comes to me and says, "I'd like to start kinder music in Moorhead so that we're not having this drive." So she is becoming licensed in kinder music, which is an online program, but then I will also help her to do practice classes and to make sure that she's ready. And we usually do kinder music inside of a church.
Right.
And that's just, convenient for us, but also helpful for the community.
And there's room, most
There's
often.
room,
There's
yeah.
room. We're going to be back after this final break, and I want to talk a little bit about the actual mechanics of kinder music from start to finish as a student.
Okay.
And this is the First and People's Bank Green at Beacon Media Network.
Brent Roark's Insurance Agency is a full-service agency associated with Nationwide Insurance, one of the largest insurance companies in the United States. Nationwide's financial strength remains strong. To reach Brent Roark at 721 Belfont Road in Flatwoods, phone 836-6666.
Nationwide is on your side.
Brent
People
Roark
today are obsessed with recording their experiences, whether it's a selfie with a friend, a magnificent sunset, or their lunch. The power to pull out your phone and capture a moment in time is irresistible. When fans attend their favorite events like conventions, festivals, concerts, and sports, phones spring out to capture every special moment. Now imagine offering fans your exclusive up-close or action-packed content in a beautiful keepsake book. But not just any book. Our proprietary collaborative platform gives every fan the power to include their own photos with your content for something truly unique and personal that they'll treasure forever. And they can do it all from their phone. Hi, we're FanBooks, and we work with partners like you to create and publish collaborative, on-demand keepsake books that your fans are gonna love. FanBooks. We play for keeps.
Drivers are not as careful as you are, and Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance in Flatwoods reminds you to drive carefully at all times. For all your insurance needs, auto, home, life, and health, contact Kurt Robinson Insurance. With over 28 years as a State Farm agent, phone 836-3011. Auto quotes available 24/7 at 836-3011. Kurt Robinson Insurance, 1114 Belfont Road in Flatwoods.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Meredith Chiropractic, you will enjoy state-of-the-art chiropractic facilities and discover the true wellness lifestyle. Dr. Terry Meredith is a member of Great Doctors of Chiropractic and has helped many in the Ashland area experience natural healing without surgery or drugs. If you're looking for a skilled chiropractic doctor, visit meredithchiropractic.com, call 329-8158, or visit Dr. Meredith's office at 2120 Carter Avenue in Ashland. At Meredith Chiropractic. I wasn't none of that on. I'm open. Tommy Wells from Ranger, Texas is on today. Tommy has worked for me and when I published a paper in Big Spring, Texas. So we were 30 miles from the school that Friday Night Lights was.
Okay.
Midland, Odessa, yeah. So I want to talk about when I bring my child to you. Take me through the steps. Not obviously you can't tell me everything, but up until the 7-year mark.
Okay.
And then what you try to help them move on to.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I love it when parents start their kids young, and by young I mean 4 to 6 months old, because by that age their brain can already recognize a steady beat, and so we're working on their development. I've got pediatricians that recommend me to their patients. I've also got birth to 3 that recommends me because of how much it helps kids with their development and to reach those milestones, possibly that children are behind at reaching, or they just want to reach them ahead of time. I had a baby in my class, he's 8 months old, waved to me for the first time, and the parents gasped last night.
Yeah.
And I said, what is it? And they said, that's the first time he's ever waved at anyone. So at that age...
It'll be bad when he calls you Melissa and then call them Mom and Dad, yeah.
I have lots of kids that crawl for the first time and take their first steps in class. And it's just because they get so...
worked up.
Yeah, they get so excited about what they're doing, they don't think about it, and they just go for the instrument. But at that age, we're using drums, we're using bells, we're socializing. We do cross-lateral movements, which is the right hand to the left foot and the left hand to the right foot, and it works the part of their brain they use to read later. So Kinder Music increases literacy. And so then at a toddler age, we're working on keeping a steady beat. We're working on gross and fine motor skills. The 3 to 5 year old class, they're actually starting to learn musical terms, tempo, piano and forte, and different things like that. And then the
forte for missing
yeah,
for something, double F.
And then the 5-year-old class is when they really start to incorporate everything they've learned so far, and they start to read music, and it's slow going, and it's fun, and the kids still get to play, and they still get to do all the things they love, their bells and their drums, but they're starting to learn to read music. We use the glockenspiel, which most people would think of a xylophone.
Right.
But then we use the dulcimer and then also the recorder.
Do you play with a dulcimer group?
No.
Have you ever?
No.
Well, they used to have one down in Russell, and it was Tri-State. I mean, it was more than Russell, but I knew people in it.
Yeah.
You know, there's some talent
Yeah.
out there. There really is.
Yeah.
If you could just learn to keep the beat. It's that curly hair that gets in your ears. That's what
It does. It gets in the way all the time.
Yeah, well, quit wearing those $50 earrings that hang down your cheek. So, when we reach the end
Yes.
of the program, how do you work with students then to continue?
Most of the time, I know a student's interest by them using the glockenspiel, the dulcimer, and the recorder. I can tell if they gravitate more toward the stringed instrument or if they're gravitating more toward the wind instrument. I can then refer the parent. Sometimes the child has taken interest in piano or verbally says, I want to try violin, and so then I can then refer them out. And that was the idea with joining Aspire. Is
Yeah,
that they
you'll
would
have
that there.
everything from even theater and art. I mean, if you detect something there, then
Absolutely.
the most enjoyable. I played trombone in school, and the most fun we ever had, or I ever had, was back in about. I was in the 7th grade, but I played in the pit band. We had the Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
And it was just like, I mean, certainly the acting quality wasn't Broadway, but the concepts.
Yeah.
And you had to know when to cut off, and you had to, because a lot of times in musicals, and there's musicals, and so it's sort of like opera and operetta. There's talking, and but you have to know that when they hit that mark on that the band starts.
Yeah.
And then you have to know, of course, you can't see the stage, so it's up to your director to keep you on. And when the action's going to start up, you got to da 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 da, But it was amazing. It was a great. I would have loved to have done that for a living, but I ended up doing this, and I'm happy to do it because I will tell you that I've been very lucky to have tremendous guests. In fact, even today at the 1 o'clock show, we're going to have Farrell Wellman, who worked in Frankfurt for Wave Television for years. Todd at Eastern, he's a legend as far as I'm concerned. He's as good as there is. And I've had Mike Maloney from the Herald Leader, who retired after 30 years, and these people are just amazing. They are, and you're amazing. Just the story you tell. And I'm sure that you have the same excitement when you are with the children.
My favorite thing is the relationship that I build with the children and the families. Every day that the kids come in, they run and hug me, Miss Melissa, and I have variations of my name that I hear. In fact, one little boy calls me Miss Sia because he can't say Melissa. But just to
That's-
hear
that's-
him talk.
but see, I like that better than Melissa.
Do you like it better?
I do.
But we are in enrolling status right now for Russell and Ashland, so people can go to uptown.kindermusic.com to enroll. In fact, I have it set up to where if they type in Hank, which is obviously you, then they can have a $10 coupon toward their tuition.
Please, when you sign up, all 9,000 of you, that would only be 90,000. I get my house paid for.
I know.
Get me a new car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you make a fortune.
There we go.
So I'm going to ask, how are your charges structured? How? I mean, it's obviously no secret. You want people to know, not show up and then not have a clue.
Yes. So what we do is we
Oh,
charge
excuse me.
monthly. It ends up being about $42 a month for their classes. The only other fee we have is a $65 fee for their materials. Every student gets in their hand a book, and a CD, and instrument every single semester. I feel like that is so important. Instead of just having it on an iPad, they have an actual book in
Absolutely.
their hand.
Absolutely.
And you would think it's Christmas when we pass those out.
Well, my thing is this. You know, they talk about the newspaper business dying. It's not because people don't want to hold newspapers in their hands. It's what we put in them that make people. You can't find the things I do news-wise in the Beacon on the internet.
Sure.
And basically, our mission is to not carry what Philip carries in the Ashland Beacon or the Herald Leader or the Independent. We don't carry that stuff. Now, occasionally, if there's a big flu story or something, I'll pick it up from one of my friends that we share stories. But mainly, I want to write about your kids, and I want to write about Nick's kids, and
Sure.
you know that's what it's just different.
Yeah.
You know, so one more time, let's wind around before we close out. You're going to you're enrolling now in Russell, which is at First Plaza Nazarene Church, I think, is how it's said, I think. Plaza Nazarene Church. I don't know if there's any first to it.
It's Plaza Community Nazarene now.
Okay.
They added.
So they changed it so I would mess up. Okay. It's on the way to Kroger if you're coming from Flatwoods. If you're coming to Flatwoods on Diedrich Boulevard or Russell Road, they call it, just follow it up and it's across the road from the soccer fields for Upward Bound. And then you have your Aspire. Is that you're signing up for those? And what is the target date for Moorhead?
August for Moorhead, and then the YMCA is kind of in a standstill right now. We are, they have applied for grants, and they have also been talking to a person that's a donor, and they give to the children's program there. So that's just kind of in a standstill at the moment, but we already have it in place, and we're excited.
Just ready.
Yes.
Unless anything I can, well, yeah, there is. Back up and give your website slowly.
Okay, so it's uptown, UPTOWN.kindermusic, and that's KINDERMUSIK.com. And when you type on that, it lists all of our locations, and then they can then
Click on the appropriate
that.
vacation. Now, do you cap your classes, or have you ever had that many?
I have had that many. I do close my classes off at 10 students.
Okay.
Every once in a while, especially in Huntington, I can go up to 12 because the classroom is bigger. But once it's full, then it's full for that semester.
Well, that's good.
And we do fill pretty fast.
Well, you should. The
Get with
opportunity. Yeah, right. Well, I know if Nick's still watching, he can't keep a tune and he can't keep the beat. So, I love you too, Nick. But I think it is an excellent opportunity for young people. And I would even suggest that if you don't think that we've told you enough, call the woman up. You can call Aspire, or you can call her if you can get to her online. I mean, not everybody is online. Just those other three people can't afford it probably, but most of the world's online now. But at the same time, if they need to talk to you, I'm sure that
Yes.
you can call the paper. I can send you on to her. She's on Facebook. You can send her a message, but if they're not on, never mind. I'm trying to open the door, but you would be happy to
Yes.
talk them through a whole class and
Oh
explain
yeah, I
it.
can help you enroll. In fact, if there's any questions, you can go to uptownmusic@yahoo.com and we can get you enrolled in.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Melissa. Go home and take care of your 8.5-year-old going on 18.
Yes.
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 She wouldn't bring her, folks. She was afraid that she would interrupt us.
No,
And then
she
said,
would flat out take over. She would take over talking about
Oh.
tiger conservation.
you know what? We could do a whole program on that. Just
She
bring
would love
her.
that.
Just bring her. Just no live specimens, honey. I don't want none of that in here. No snakes, no bats, and no tigers.
Okay.
No. Okay. This is a special edition on greenatbeacon.com and Facebook Live. We thank you for joining us here today, and we thank you a lot, Melissa,
Thank you.
for making arrangements to come. Melissa wasn't going to be able to come because she didn't have a babysitter, but we fixed that. Only thing
The
was,
tiger's watching her.
yeah, right. Well, nobody get her. That's for sure. Join us again next week for a special edition here on the First and People's Bank Green at Beacon Media Network.